I'd like to call this meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody. Good afternoon. We're 7 days away from Thanksgiving. 8 days. Don't forget to thaw your turkeys. Where's Chris?
Here, sir.
Couldn't see you there behind the monitor. We're going to start with homeowner comments. Mrs. Flynn, Sherry?
Do you want to tell them why we're sitting here today?
No.
Well, I didn't expect to be first, but my name's Sherry Flynn. I'm not speaking as a council member or the mayor. I'm speaking as a resident here on this recall. I was out of town while this was all going on, so I'm trying to get up to speed. But, hello? But I am absolutely against this recall. I think it's mean-spirited. It's wrong. FSR, it should go out for having other companies come in and to bamboozle everyone and stack the deck on the district delegates to remove council members when there's already going to be an election, a month later? And some of them are already up for re-election, and to replace them with people who will keep FSR. That appears what it is to me. And it appears it's the same people. There's like a group of people here that don't want to lose their power, and they're given special power through FSR. And they don't want to lose it. And so they're going to try to cause this recall. It may be legal, but it's not right. And, me personally, I will say that I'm not with the in group, obviously. So I have been discriminated quite a bit. Continues. I file complaints, they're ignored. Multiple complaints. For example, like my one person near me has had their car out there for over 3 years. Every other day, getting a little tag and sitting on their driveway. And I've been told over and over, it'll be taken care of. It never, ever is. I live on the golf course. There's shrubs behind me, and they're all trimmed except mine. So when it gets too high, 4 or 5 feet, I jump over there and I cut them down myself because I know that they won't do anything. During the election, they sent out an email blast supporting my opponent. Okay, this is wrong. When my parents were here for 24 years, this type of stuff did not go on. And this cabal that is running this needs to be shattered and replaced. And FSR does need to have, at minimum, some competition. At minimum. So, I don't know the legality of this. Maybe you'll get sued. I don't know. But that's my personal opinion. I think this is terrible. How it's separating this community, dividing it with the haves and the elite and the non-elite, which is most of us, right? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Mike Vols.
Mike Vols, homeowner here. I'm not a public speaker, and I've been speaking a lot, and my wife tells me I better write it down before I start speaking, okay? So here it goes. I have a copy of the lifestyle I have a copy of the Lifestyle magazine from the master board, the page. I hope everyone's read. If you haven't read it, I suggest you read what the board wrote in its entirety in our November lifestyles, okay? It's important because it'll enlighten you on a lot of things, okay? You will understand how they are taking their time doing what's best for our community. Be grateful that they have our best interest at the top of their mind, and that's a thank you. Now I'm going to read you a little bit of it just so you can reacquaint yourself, because the board has done, in my opinion, in the process of doing and has done their due diligence. So, from what the board writes, the board has been hard at work on a number of projects, not the least of which is reviewing the proposals for management of our community. What has become abundantly clear is the uniqueness of Sun Lakes. We are a large-scale community, and some companies have vice presidents that dedicate vice presidents to associations of our size, okay? In fact, at 3,327 homes, we seem to be on the large end of the large scale, the definition of that. We are 55 plus, so our use of amenities and type of homes, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, let me get to this. Okay, the thought that we would secure a company that has good experience managing HOAs like ours has quickly evaporated because there are very few HOAs like ours in the U.S., let alone Southern California. I just suggest you go on. I don't need to read any more. I just want you to look at this, and I'm not upset. I'm just, I don't think people are paying attention. Transparency, I've talked about transparency previous times, and I think this makes a good case for the board. The only thing I'd like to ask of the board is, who wrote this? Was it one of the three members that are being recalled? Was it Bob? Was it Joe? You know, was it Mary Jo? Was it Nancy? This is well written.
You're at your time,
clear.
sir.
Okay,
Thank you for your comment.
You bet.
Carly Beeks.
Good afternoon. Thank you for being here, all the residents and the residents watching from home, and to the Master Board. My name is Carly Beeks, and I have the honor of serving as a delegate for District 14. I am proud to represent my district, and I take that responsibility with the utmost seriousness. I make it a priority to listen carefully to the concerns and perspectives of our residents. Today, I would like to provide clarity on an important matter. All delegates share a strong commitment to fulfilling our duties responsibly and supporting the continued well-being of Sun Lakes. At Monday's special delegate meeting, we brought forward the proposal for the potential recall of 3 board members. This is not a step that we take lightly. It was approached with careful consideration and respect for the governance process. I also want to address certain comments circulating on Facebook suggesting that I supported the recall in an effort to obtain a seat on the board. This is entirely inaccurate. I announced my intention to run for the Master Board in September to individuals of the committees that I am on, 2 months prior to this situation. Furthermore, I am not a candidate in the upcoming special election. I am running solely in the regular April election for a 2-year term. I would like to encourage residents who have concerns and questions or viewpoints to contact their delegates directly rather than relying on social media discussions. We are here to communicate openly, to provide information, and to serve the best interests of our community. None of us are motivated by personal agendas. We volunteer our time because we genuinely care about Sun Lakes. And in closing, I am reminded something my mother always said: if you have anything kind to say about someone, it is better not to say anything at all. Thank you.
Dr. Wendy Ditchfield.
Hello. I expect integrity and honesty when I come as a resident of Sun Lakes to a board member or an admin person. I come to them for assistance. I have come multiple times now out of concerns during bingo nights for safety and handicapped issues. But instead of integrity and honesty, all of you lied. You are well aware a California resident with a legally obtained handicap license is allowed to park near an entrance when no other handicapped parking is available. Last night, I was ticketed again. I was asked to move my car. Now, the golf cart parking that you have over by the pool actually was built as handicap parking for this community in the beginning of this community, but it was changed over to give golfers priority. It is illegal to to ticket a handicapped person when they have a legitimate handicap license and there is no handicap parking available. And if you came tonight to this meeting, you would have noticed that the handicap parking was filled. I got the last spot, about 50 yards away from the front door. But your golf cart parking is much closer, where it used to be handicap parking. You said that you would have an entrance designated for handicap going into bingo, and I thanked you at the last meeting that I attended for committing to do so. It's never been done. Last night, approximately 220 people attended bingo. 2/3 of them were out here for 45 minutes out in front. The line went all the way down to the side entrance of the building. Multiple people had walkers, canes, or wheelchairs. More people came into that lobby entrance because we're restricted. And as a result of it, it was impacted completely. I almost called the fire department because it is such a fire hazard and safety hazard. But nobody here, other than 2 security guards, were here. But one of them was ticketing me. You said you would have chairs positioned for people to sit and wait for 45 minutes while they had to wait for entrance into the bingo game. The longer people that have to wait are residents here because they come early. Well, the first night afterward, you committed to that. No one did it. A 70-year-old woman started carrying chairs out, a resident, another major liability. And last night, as more and more people showed up, a young security girl started taking them. But you told me you would have the multi-purpose room ready and waiting for the people to sit down. It didn't happen. The crowding is so overwhelming.
Your time is up, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to take 60 seconds.
Your
When
time
will
is up,
you-
ma'am.
when
Your time is up.
I heard you.
I'm,
Stand up to your word. When will they stand up to their word, their commitments, and not lie to me? They also promised handicap parking by the pickleball courts.
Mike,
It's not there. Oh, Mike, I'd love it if you took me away.
Mr. Ken Johnson.
Master Board, FSR, CCL, residents in attendance, and those on 97. Ken Johnson, Birdie Drive. I've noticed we've moved from down here to up to the stage. Interesting. I thought it was supposed to be a team effort as everybody down below, so this is a surprise. I'd like to indicate that at the last board meeting, you didn't really allow some time for the reserve study to ask some questions. We had passed it. You didn't ask for any resident comments. I'd like to point out, I tried to look through the software that you have. Birdie Drive has behind it a common area, and that wall has never been painted for the whole common area since I've moved here. It has been repaired behind my house because Mark noticed the problems of deterioration, and we had to fix it. So I'd like to see FSR and the board look into making sure that the time you spend in putting together the FSR team to get everything in there, you look at the common walls behind all of the common areas like Birdie Drive. I think with all the stuff that's going on, hopefully you can give us some current statuses and help stop rumors. I'd like to know where CCL's amendment stands. That was a significant compromise and that they said they're going to do, but my understanding is that amendment's not signed, and if you don't have something signed, you don't have an agreement. So if you could provide us a status, that would be helpful. If you could provide us a status where the RFP for management services stands. I said I would do this, and I'm keeping my word. I filled out a volunteer interest form for the PAC, and hopefully, maybe I'll be part of that process because I think we bypassed a major step in helping the community pick out a good management services company. It would also be helpful if you could give us an update on the resignation or the stopping of the treasurer by Gary and what went on there and why he didn't want to do anymore. And my last thing tonight is I hope everybody steps back, reflects on what they're doing, and they look at the time that we're in and have a happy holiday, no matter how you celebrate it. Make sure you're with your friends, your grandkids, and family, and enjoy the time that's left for the rest of this new year before we start out with a bang in 2026.
Mr. Howard Katz.
Good afternoon, Sun Lakers Board, FSR, CCL. The first thing I want to talk about is transparency, which is being open to public scrutiny or the telling of others what you are doing or going to do. I find that our board is too much out of view and it is not completely transparent. And it seems our DDA is going to start doing that too. Our District Delegate Assembly. The DDA voted to recall 3 board members. I'm not going to go into whether it's valid, invalid, good, or bad, but the DDA met with this was on Monday the 17th. 10 members of the District Delegate Assembly on Tuesday, yesterday, met with a portion of the board. I say a portion because it takes 3 to make a quorum. They shouldn't meet unless they have a quorum. They shouldn't have a meeting with anyone unless they have a quorum. As far as I know, there are only 2 board members there. The DDA was there with 10 members. It takes 12 DDA members to make a quorum. The Master Board and the DDA are holistic bodies, holistic with the W. And that means that it takes the full board or a quorum of the board or a full District Delegate Assembly or a quorum for them to make any decisions. Unfortunately, The Master Board and the District Delegate Assembly met yesterday to figure out what they were going to do with this recall, whether they were going to rescind it, whether they were going to change it. In other words, in my opinion, this was an improper meeting. It was not announced. It was not announced to the alternates. It was not announced to the public. There was no agenda. There were no minutes. There was no quorum from the board. There was no quorum from District Delegate Assembly. Why were they allowed to meet? And if they made any decisions that impact the District Delegate Assembly, they had to take that back to the District Delegate Assembly and have a revote, because 10 members are not enough to make a decision for the District Delegate Assembly. The meeting was improper.
Mr. Steve Neese.
Steve Neese, Birdie Drive. I'm sorry, I have nothing to complain about. I just have a suggestion. At the last meeting, I think it was a town hall where the board was present, you sat down here. So Ken, I'm going to argue with you on this. My suggestion is when the board meets, whether it's a town hall like you're doing tonight, whatever, could you always be up on the stage? We could not see who was talking. We couldn't see those faces of yours and put the voice with the face. So I'm sorry, no complaints, just a suggestion. Please always sit up there so we can see you. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Deborah Jones.
Well, good afternoon, President Ganino and esteemed members of the board. Thank you for the opportunity to speak with you this evening. As a new Sun Laker, I'd like to address what my neighbors encountered at last Wednesday's night of music in the lounge. As many of you know, these Wednesday gatherings have been a prized tradition for years. They're well attended, with residents arriving early to get their favored seat to enjoy an evening of visiting and dancing, laughing, and connecting as a community. Although I wasn't present last week, this is what happened, as I understand it. When loyal patrons arrived, they found tables unexpectedly set across the dance floor. They assumed staff would remove them when the entertainment began, but no one did. Eventually, confused and a bit bewildered and frustrated, residents moved the tables themselves. On a personal note, I've been coming to these Wednesday events for years after work to spend time with my sister and to get to know this community. These evenings were a major factor in my husband and me choosing Sun Lakes because they reflect the warmth and the energy that I believe define this place. Naturally, last week's situation left many residents confused and bewildered. Was this a mistake? Was it a new policy? A misjudgment? With no communication, people didn't know what to think. Some even opined there was an individual there taking pictures for the board, which of course fueled further speculation. I sincerely hope this was not the case. No matter the reason for last week's setup, I respectfully request that the dance area be restored and preserved. And I ask that the board communicate with residents before any changes are made to cherished community traditions. And since I have a few more seconds and on another non-agendized matter, on the issue of a recall, I don't know anyone from anyone. I've met some of you, but you know, The priority role of any board member elected official is to inspire confidence in leadership. So I don't know if that is an effect of leadership or is it a coup taking place. Regardless of what it is, it's not a good look and it's unsettling. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. B? B, are you here?
Good evening, Board. It is nice to see you up there. It's pleasant to see whether you're smiling or frowning, and Robert is thinking. Good evening to you, audience and residents. My purpose here is I am a District 15 delegate, and I'm here to speak on behalf of the fact that I find one of my residents has been conducting herself rather inappropriately. I have been notified that personal information, even though it's public, has been listed on Facebook regarding addresses, names, phone numbers. And it's according to, I believe, how the delegates voted. It's my feeling that it's inappropriate because everyone has a right to listen, to figure out how they conduct themselves and want to represent their district. They also have a right to vote as they see fit for their district. It should not be a personal vote. When you call out someone simply because they have a choice and you do not agree with that choice, then they have a right to that vote because it's their privilege. So I would say give them a little more slack. You would be a little more respectful of their opinion, of their stature as a representative for your district. I find it offensive that you need to call out people simply because they do not agree with your opinion. And everything here is actually, a lot of it is based on opinion, feelings, maybe not having the full information, you're reacting, and there's a lot of that between both the delegates and the board. We're trying to work it out. Give it time. We are stepping back on both sides. Give it time. But please do not assume that you have all the correct information unless you speak to the source. If you have a complaint against your neighbor or how they voted or your representative at your district level, speak to them one-on-one and find out what's going on. I don't think you need to announce for every district who voted how and chastise them. So I'd like you to step back a little bit. Thank you, Sue.
Okay, that's all the public comments. Chris, we have Executive General Manager reports.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I won't put the timer on for me. Unlimited time, just going up. How long I'm going to talk. Okay, first, I want to wish everyone in advance a happy Thanksgiving. There's not going to be an open session in December, so an early Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. I also would like to remind the volunteers of the community, that is the delegates, the alternate delegates, the committee members, the board members, the sub-association board members, that there is a volunteer luncheon on December 11th. That is a Thursday here in this room. You should have all received an email asking for you to RSVP so we then can communicate to CCL how many of you will be coming down. It will be a chicken cordon bleu, rice, Caesar salad, mixed vegetables, a roll, and chocolate cake. And I think there is a vegetarian option as well. Is that a chicken Kiev? No chicken. Sorry, I can't even do. Okay, but look forward to that. That is a yearly event that we have as a thank you from the board to all the people that volunteer. Next, we do have an election. Somebody spoke about that in member comments. Election that will be happening on April 9th. You can go online to the Sun Lakes website, and there is information about the election. There's going to be a timeline that tells you when things are happening, when the announcement, for example, in Lifestyles is in December, so you can get your December Lifestyles. You're going to see the date, time of the election, candidacy form information, all of that. So go to the website, valuable tool for your election information. Then lastly, I just said this last month, but it has been a complete honor and privilege to work with Tammy Morgan for 9 years. I didn't get choked up for Jay, but I am getting a little choked up for Tammy. Tammy has been that sister that I never had, has been the mother that is at work making sure I'm doing things right, and also the health food advisor for me, and that has affected what I eat. And but what she is, she has a heart of gold, ladies and gentlemen, and she's always put the members first. She's always been in a friendly disposition, a true angel, if there is one. So with that said, I really do appreciate you and all the things you've done for me. Here at work, you have been a guiding light to, because you know where the bodies are buried. Don't step there, Chris. Don't die on that hill, Chris. Don't die on that. And I'm truly, again, honored to have worked with Tammy. I'm going to miss her. As much as I miss Jason, I'm going to miss Tammy as well. And it's not going to be the same. So, again, thank you for 30, we're just going to say over 20 years of service to this community. Thank you. Yes, sir. Thank you. And with that, I'm going to let her collect herself for one moment because she did say she had a prepared statement. I think Mr. Powell of the FOMC always says, I have a prepared statement. Tammy has a prepared statement. She said she wasn't going to cry, but I started crying, so it's okay to cry, Tams. With that, I'm going to turn the mic over to Tammy Morgan.
Now I can't read it because I have tears in my eyes.
Right.
Oh, gosh. Thank you guys so much. After so many years, it's hard to believe I'm actually saying goodbye. This community has been such a big part of my life for so long, and leaving is truly bittersweet. I don't know what I'm doing wrong with this.
I turned the timer off for you.
I want to thank each of you for the support, kindness, and friendship you've shown me over the years. I've been fortunate to meet and work with so many wonderful people, the boards of directors, countless volunteers, our residents, and my coworkers. I've had the privilege of working with 10 general managers. I'm gonna name them. Noel Rentz, Nancy Davis, George Asselson, Roger Work, Steve Glantz, Tim Taylor, Will Hafley, Michael Bennett, Jeremy Wilson, and my dear friend, Christopher Mitchell. Each brought something different to the table and shaped my experience in their own way. Through all of the changes and challenges,
You can do it.
I know, I can. What has stayed constant is the sense of community and the people who make this place feel like a second home to me. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your lives, the conversations, the laughs, the teamwork, and all of the memories. This isn't just the end of a job for me, it's the closing of a very meaningful chapter. I will miss all of you more than I can put into words, and I'm leaving with a full heart and so much gratitude. Thank you.
Okay, now we're going to move on to executive session action. I told Tammy I was going to not have a prepared statement, speak from the heart. I didn't realize I was going to get choked up, but it's all good. We're moving forward. Push on through to the other side. Okay, November report for executive session actions. This report, sorry, Adnan, I know you're probably texting me or Bob Murray. There we go. This report will give a community an update on actions that were taken by the board at the executive session meetings of November 12th, 17th, and 19th, at which time litigation, member discipline, formation of contracts, and personal matters were discussed. For member matters, this can be disciplinary or requests. The board met and received updates from the committee chairpersons. The board reviewed and a few letters from members. Under legal, the board reviewed and approved an executive session minutes from November 12th, 2025 meeting. The board reviewed 2 parking variance appeals. The board conducted 2 homeowner disciplinary hearings. The board approved the house account receivables as of October 31st, as well as the assessment account receivable reports for October 31st. The board received several updates from legal counsel. The board approved to send the following accounts to the collections attorney to foreclose on lien and record the notice of default on APN 419-380-028, 419-400-016, and 440-153-014. The board reviewed 4 requests for fee waivers. The board reviewed 2 requests for payment plans. The board approved to work with collections attorney to begin foreclosure and the notice of default on APN on the following APN numbers: 440-102-023, 419-300-017, and 419-292-011. The board also did get legal advice on contractual items. Formation of contracts. The board will initiate the process for accepting applications for a procurement advisory committee. The board will initiate and review and due diligence related to the 2024 governance policy with the management company. The board will also begin the process for the development of a strategic plan, and governance will be part of that plan. The board will continue the discovery and due diligence process on the management company proposals and seek legal counsel input at their December 10th, 2025 meeting. The board received updates from the management company on several items and discussed progress on a number of projects. The board met with CCL and received updates. The board received an update from management on the robotic grass cutters and ball retrievers. Hope you've had a chance to go out there and look at the new technology that's on display. That's just my comment. The board reviewed and approved a proposal of calendar year 2025 audit and tax services. That was approved. The board reviewed and approved a proposal for repair and replacement expenditures related to curb and gutter repairs. The board received a demonstration on gate facility access control from a vendor that provides that services. The board reviewed and denied a proposal for an update to the website, Sun Lake's website. The board received and filed the project activity report. The board received and filed the investment activity, that was stricken. They will receive that in December. The board reviewed and approved the September to November narrative and analytic reports from Securitas. Both of those reports will be posted on the website, and I know Securitas will provide an update later on. And the board, lastly, will have an executive session on December 10th, 2025. That completes the executive session actions report, Mr. President.
Thank you. Securitas, Mike.
Good afternoon, district delegates, residents, master board. Chris, Tammy, thank you so much for having us here. I'm going to go over our report, and this report is going to highlight the primary security concerns and incidents that occurred from October 15th through November 15th of this year. This information will be updated and posted on our Sun Lake's website, as well as Channel 97, I believe. So you guys can access this information whenever you need it. We're going to start off with our major incidents categories. First one is police called. There were 0 incidents this period requiring officers to contact law enforcement. All matters were handled internally through our clear communication and de-escalation and officers' presence. Our takeaway is that with the continued lack of police involvement, highlights the security team's ability to resolve situations effectively and maintain safety without outside intervention. Our second category is going to be confrontations. We did have 1 case reported by our team. There was 1 confrontation reported for this period. This was a verbal dispute that remained non-physical and was resolved quickly by our responding officers. The incident was thoroughly documented using our vision system and body-worn camera footage to ensure accuracy and accountability. Our officers continue to rely on calm communication and de-escalation strategies to maintain peaceful outcomes during heightened interactions. Suspicious activity, we did have 4 cases this month compared to last month. There were 4 suspicious reports that were reported to our team, whether it be by a resident or district delegates, making this category with the highest volume for the month. Some examples include individuals that were observed walking in low visibility areas after dark, vehicles that were lingering near facilities outside of operating hours, or residents that are reporting unfamiliar persons or behaviors near common areas. None of the incidents were escalated into criminal behavior, and each were addressed promptly by our patrol units. Visibility was increased in the locations associated where the observations were reported at. We had 1 trespassing case reported to us. If anything, it was one of our district delegates, say near gate number 5, I believe. We had a suspicious individual who ended up jumping our perimeter fence by the corner of Highlands and Sun Lakes, I'm sorry. We were able to apprehend this individual, make contact with him, and escort him off of the property immediately without us having to get Banning PD involved. It was an isolated nature. The incident suggests that patrol coverage and access points monitoring remain effective, though seasonal variations continue to bring occasional unauthorized foot traffic. That's going to increase throughout the holiday season, folks. Please be ready to call security if you do see anybody jumping a perimeter fence, somebody who looks oddly suspicious. I will make sure that we are responding accordingly. We want to get there before this individual keeps walking into the community. The moment you see it happen, call us right away. Normally we do get calls of incidents, but we'll get the calls maybe 3 to 4 hours after the fact. Reported immediately. We will respond accordingly for you. We did have 1 attempted theft occurrence, and I'll go over this real quick. It was a single attempt theft occurrence that occurred during this period, but it was immediately interrupted by our security team. The suspect attempted to breach the property through gate number 3 during our overnight hours, but was detected in real time through our active patrol presence and strong camera coverage by our gate officers. Officers made contact that the suspect was attempting to access property, stopping the act before any loss or property damage occurred. The individual fled once confronted, and the scene was secured without escalation. The incident underscores the importance of our continuous patrol visibility and timely officer response. The rapid intervention prevented property damage and further criminal activity. This is just one of many situations that we do encounter from time to time. Making sure that we're thoroughly reviewing our camera systems and they're up to date, and making sure that they're being monitored by every single shift guarantees that we're going to be monitoring every point of access here in the community, as well as high patrol visibility. Us being out in the field with our patrol lights at night has helped as a deterrent. I understand some people don't like our lights on during the evenings, but it's a successful tool, in my opinion, that prevents others from doing what they're doing at nighttime. So keep reporting anything suspicious to us, and we'll respond accordingly. Observations in overall activity this period remain moderate. Most incidents, particularly suspicious activity and the attempted theft, occurred between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m., mirroring historical nighttime trends. No violent incidents or medical emergencies were reported. All events were managed internally, and documentation through the vision system and body-worn cameras remained consistent across the team. Security actions and improvements. Continued emphasis on overnight patrol visibility continues, particularly around access points and areas associated with the attempted theft, where we've seen an increase of patrol there as well. Reinforcement of de-escalation and conflict resolution practices continues to appropriately manage our confrontations. Regular review of access control vulnerabilities and lighting conditions in low visibility zones continues to be documented, and recommendations will always be made for the board and FSR to look into, and we will continue to work with them to see what we can do to better facilitate and improve our methods. Maintaining accountability through a vision, reporting, and timely acknowledgement of message board updates. It's very successful with my team. What they do is when they are out in the field, they are to immediately document what took place in that incident when they were called on. So anything that happens when they arrive is automatically recorded through video cam and through documentation so that we can hold those accountable. In closing, I just want to thank everybody for taking the time and reviewing the report with me. The incidents this month, although limited in number, highlight the value of proactive patrols and community engagement. The prevention of the attempted theft serves as a reminder that timely reporting and active officer presence remains critical in maintaining the safety and security of Sun Lakes. As we move further into the holiday season, increased awareness and cooperation between residents and the security team will help ensure a safe and enjoyable environment for all. The security team would like to wish all of our Sun Lakes residents happy holidays. We will be here for you, your guests, your family in those times. So feel safe that we're here for the community during the holiday season. Even if you're planning to travel, let us know. We'll be more than happy to swing by your area to keep an eye on your home from time to time. District delegates, I just want to say thank you to all of you for your part this year. It is because of you, mostly, that we have been successful in reporting, recording, and responding to a lot of these calls. So keep up the good work, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Mike. Sub-associations. Anybody from the sub-associations? Okay. District delegates, Cal.
Good afternoon. My name's Cal Martin, and I am currently the chair of the District Delegate Assembly. Some of you may have heard that there was a vote the other day to have a recall process begun. And some of the people even at that meeting somehow maybe didn't exactly hear what was actually proposed from the Delegate Assembly. So I'm going to read you a couple of passages from my opening statement. We recognize and make no challenge to the board's right to make changes in vendor services for the benefit of the community. They have a fiduciary responsibility to periodically review all major contracts, and following best industry practices should execute that responsibility without bias or prejudice. Irrespective of the extremely poor results delivered by the methods used for the Morrison CCL contract, the board then proceeded to create another RFP for management services using primarily the same methods and sent it to prospective candidates. Past board members and many with considerable experience in procurement have openly stated that the timeline presented in the RFP is so rushed, thorough vetting is nearly impossible. And the last little section, the DDA has no opinion on whether we should or should change management companies. That is and always will be a board decision. But any such decision must follow an established, repeatable process. If that process is discovered to be flawed, corrections should be enacted for the benefit of this and every future board. The reason for the DDA taking this action is not because we favor one management company over another. It simply isn't. It is about process. And when we as an organization, at the top down, don't follow processes, we get bad results. Those processes get refined over time, and that's why companies keep large manuals about how to do their process. We have no such large manual. I was very glad to hear that in your executive action you were going to put governance back on the menu for the strategic plan and take another look at it by operating under governance policy. That is basically the building it's not there yet, the board has a lot of work to do, the building of the policies that run Sun Lakes. And having those policies, the next board members that come in know how things operate and know what to change if things don't work well. I heard a lot of things said from this particular pulpit and from other things around the community that just blatantly are not true. I don't know another way to put it. Maybe I should be introduced to the cabal that's running everything, because I don't know who that is. There are many, many things that people say that are hurtful to everyone involved in the process. There are opinions on both sides, to be sure, but nobody's in it except for the improvement of the community. There may be differing views. We're only asking that the board get it right the first time. We don't really want to experience another, I don't want to call it tragedy, but the problems with the Morrison CCL contract. We've all experienced those. Frankly, the board president was able to negotiate a cap on that. If you haven't picked that up, from October of this year through the end of this year and all of next year, CCL has agreed to accept our budgeted amount, and they will receive no more money from Sun Lakes for their operations. That's roughly about $1 million plus win over where we are now. And many of those overruns that are blamed on FSR, our current management company, you gotta know they don't do anything. They don't write a check. They don't spend a dime unless they're told to by the board. So where is the problem? The problem may not be with the people that, are writing the checks. It may be with the people that are telling the checks to be written. That's where the authority lies, and perhaps a better process at the board level and at any level in any organization only creates a better outcome. And that's all we seek, is that that process be followed. And thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Cal. Mayor Flynn?
Well, hello again. I'm your mayor, Mayor Flynn, and hello to everyone here. I'm glad to see a great turnout. That's important for people to get involved. I don't have a lot to say. There was not a lot that went on at the meeting, but I will let you know that the 2nd Street extension from Pennsylvania to the shopping center from Beaumont over should be in place by the 1st of December and right in time for Christmas shopping, which hopefully that will alleviate some of the traffic on Highland Springs. Also, RCTC, the city of Beaumont was awarded $50 million to do the Pennsylvania grade separation, lowering it so everyone doesn't have to stop at the train tracks all the time and everything backs up. But they were short a little bit, and it's time sensitive. So RCTC, who had given Banning $14 million for the Highland Springs I-10 interchange, asked to have $6 million of that $14 million to go to the Beaumont grade separation. And that was agreed to because if we don't do that, they will lose the money, because right now Highland Springs I-10 is in design. There's $8 million for design, and it will not be into construction until 2030 to 2032. Yeah, which is disappointing. And that is considering whether we have enough money. But I've been assured that RCTC and other groups are going to funnel money into the Highland Springs I-10 exchange as in the future to make up for that $6 million. Hopefully that grade separation will also help the traffic on Highland Springs. Also, November 25th, we are having a strategic planning meeting at City Hall. When you're on council, you cannot meet unless you have a public meeting for more than 2 or more council members. So we are doing a strategic planning meeting workshop from 9 to 5 p.m. We are also going to be discussing the forensic utility audit that was done a year and a half ago, and we are hopefully going to be making that public after that meeting so everyone can see what happened with the utility. Also, December 11th, we have a special meeting from 5 to 11 p.m. at City Hall for the council that we're going to discuss Sunset Crossroads, which is the North Point development, which is east of Highland Home over to Sunset. It's 8 warehouses, about 5 million square feet. It's also looking to have more commercial added, fire station, a fire truck, helping to improve downtown. And the commercial is looking at possibly a Sam's Club going in there on the commercial. So I've been contacted by them, and they are in serious negotiations with that. Again, the Planning Commission voted that down 3-2, and they also had another meeting and they voted down moving the 1,146 single-family, low-density homes to the junior college acreage, which is 41 acres, moving 500 acres for 1,146 homes to the junior college on 41 acres, which is just a paper change. It would never actually happen, but because the state does not allow us to lose housing. So that is coming up in front of the city council. We'll have our last city council meeting for the year on December 9th, and that always starts at 5 p.m., and I encourage everyone to attend. But if you are interested, please come to the December 11th Sunset Crossroads meeting, because that will have a direct effect on this community. And that is all. It is December 11th, 5 to 8 p.m. at City Hall. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Gary Burkle, our former treasurer, couldn't be here tonight. Mary Jo's our new treasurer, but because of time restraints, we were not able to get a treasurer's report put together in a timely manner for tonight's meeting. I believe you'll have something posted in the next few days. Yeah, so bear with us on that. Javier with CCL.
Good afternoon, Master Board, FSR, Salt Lake members. First of all, I wanted to start by saying that we have heard a lot of comments in regards to Saturdays and having the restaurant open. So just want to announce that we will be opening Saturday, the 13th of December, from 4:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. We're extending the restaurant on Saturday until 8 p.m. to capture more potential guests that are saying that they didn't have enough time to come into the restaurant. So we're extending an extra hour. Hopefully that would alleviate some of that. And then we will be doing that every second Saturday of the month for 3 months and analyzing the data from there, figuring out how many actual members we get in and figuring out the math on that. So, but it will be starting on December 13th. And again, we will be having, I think there's a concert that evening. So I suggest that if you're going to plan coming to the restaurant, we will suggest reservations, just because, again, just to ensure that we have enough space for everybody. We will be offering prime rib night on that evening as well. Not necessarily the meal like we have normally done on Thursdays, but we're breaking it off just because obviously we have heard that as well, to have that as an option. So having that individually, not necessarily as a meal. So that will be an option on prime rib night, on that Saturday the 13th. Additionally, I want to kind of re-announce, obviously, in regards to the mobile ordering app that is available. If you haven't had a chance to see that on our website, you'll be able to see that is available to be able to take that advantage of that. It's convenient. If you need help how to load up the app and how to go maneuver through the system, please do not hesitate to come and see me. I'll be happy to come out and give you, it should take you more than maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes at most, to kind of walk you through the process, and I'll be happy to help you with that process. It's a little bit cumbersome at first, but obviously once you get the hang of it, it's just like ordering Uber or something with food. So, and then the way you would actually pick up, here in the bus room. There's a screen there that will tell you your order's ready, and then based on that time that you decided to have the food be ready. So that's available. But again, if you haven't seen this form, it is available on the website. Please take advantage of that. Again, if you have questions on this, come and see me. I'll be happy to kind of spend the time with you and kind of go over this information because it's extremely helpful and convenient for those members that just don't want to deal with having to, call somebody or, again, everything's online. You can specify, I don't want tomatoes, I don't want this, I don't want that, and then make it clear for us so that we can get it for you. Also, want to thank you for your support on Thanksgiving. We are sold out on Thanksgiving buffet for both seatings and as well as a to-go meal. So we have done already way over almost 300 plus people for that evening, as well as the to-goes. We're about 125 all in for the to-goes. So again, thank you for your support on that. We will be having Christmas Eve information coming out as well, and then tickets will go on sale on December 2nd, and it will be available at the lounge at 10 o'clock, and I'll be there at 10 o'clock, just to make sure, because last time it was a little chaotic. But we will make sure we have that plan ready, and then, like I said, just look out for that information that should be coming out on the website as well. And last but not least, just a reminder to please continue to take care of the staff in regards to the gratuities. Again, remember, we removed the gratuities from the bills just to ensure that, the staff is actually obviously working themselves into that gratuity and earning it. But please make sure you take care of those servers because obviously, we still have members that are still doing zero or, just avoiding it altogether. So please don't forget to take care of the staff in regards to that. And last but not least, Thanksgiving. Again, thank you for your support, and just want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you, Javier. Javier, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
If you are seating 300 people and you have 120 to go, something like, you say 120?
Correct, about 120 for to go, yes, sir.
How many turkeys is that? Don't tell me 5.
It's a lot of turkeys, so how about that?
Okay. And Ms. Jones brought up earlier in open comment about Wednesday night. I'm assuming that was just a mistake on the table setup?
Correct. So we are not taking away dancing. I just want to make sure I clarify that. It's not, we're taking away, we will move tables around just to ensure there's enough space. Obviously it's meant to be an ambience of the lounge, but it's not mean to take away the dancing. So anybody that wants to come and dance, please knock yourselves out. No, don't knock yourselves out, please. Let me take that back. Be safe and dance safely.
That's a tip from our food and beverage manager, to dance safely and don't knock yourself out. Thank you for that.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you.
At this time, the committees, we met with an executive session today, but if anybody from any of the committees would like to speak, please do. Michelle.
Well, I'll give I'm Michelle Walter, Marketing Advisory Committee. I'll give my stats right now before I give the Employee of the Month. I just wanted to let everybody know that our billboard sign is up on Highway 10. If you want to see it, it is between Sunset and Highland Springs going west. It looks awesome. I'm really excited about it, and I know, where's Jean Dobson? Jean Dobson was big and instrumental in getting this done. Where are you, Jean? Is she in here? She's back there. Okay. I just want to thank Jean because she was very instrumental in getting this done. The following are the stats on the home sales in Sun Lakes from November 1st through the 19th. Active or coming soon are 73. 12 condos, prices from $289 to $365. 61 homes, prices from $322 to $549,900. In escrow, there are 13. 1 condo at $315. 12 homes, prices from $347,700 to $525. Closed escrows are 12 homes, prices from $290 to $460. So if you take your 2310 times how many were sold, it's $27,720. Closed escrows for the month of October were 24. So if you take your 2310 times 24, it's $55,540 that went into our replacement fund. There she is. Angel, would you come up here, please? So our employee of the month is, for October, is Angel Lopez.
Opa.
Angel started with Sun Lakes on October 20th, 21, as Sun Lake's lead supervisor bartender. Since that day, she has dedicated herself to serve the residents and their guests, always with her creativity as a mixologist. She creates drinks for all residents, learning their likes and dislikes. Angel's friendly smile and personality will welcome you to the lounge and ensure that you have a wonderful time there. Angel will assist in any location of the operation, whether in the sandwich, lounge, or banquets. Her professionalism is always noticed by residents that she serves. Residents say she is truly a gem and makes them feel right at home. The marketing committee is proud to congratulate Angel for being October Employee of the Month for her outstanding job performance. Angel is truly one of a kind and deserving of the Employee of the Month.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
I'd like to add to that she's an undefeated boxer. So she also has a part-time job as our bouncer here. So
That's right.
don't mess with Angel.
Do we have any other committee reports?
Wow, it's nice to see so many people here. I'm Linda Vieira. I am speaking as a member of the Lifestyles Advisory Committee. Look at this beautiful cover for Thanksgiving. Isn't that beautiful? For the holidays. And of course, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. Lifestyles Magazine is the resource most residents use to find out what's going on in our community. At 80 plus pages, it includes pictures from residents, plus articles from the Master Board, Delegate Assembly, First Service, CCL, the Golf Pro, and all the advisory committees. Clubs and groups send articles and photos about their activities to sunlakesnews@yahoo.com by the 6th of each month. The Lifestyles Advisory Committee meets on the 7th of each month, unless otherwise specified, to review and edit the articles that are submitted for each month's issue of the magazine. We also publish want ads and for sale items from residents at no cost, and hide a monthly joke for residents to find. Responses to our Get the Joke contest are put in a hat and a winner is randomly drawn, earning a gift card as a prize. We publish a special Friends We Will Miss section to keep friends and neighbors informed when a resident passes away. On page 2, we present a useful guide that includes the contact information for our clubhouses, master board members, administrative staff, advisory committee chairpersons, as well as when and where the committees meet, hours of operation, and other valuable information. Our publisher, Courtney Taylor, stands behind all paid ads in the magazine. If you use one of our advertisers, why not send your positive review to Courtney? She welcomes them, positive reviews, at sunlakesnews@yahoo.com. She'd love to hear it. Photographs taken by residents of areas within Sun Lakes are used on the magazine cover. We also post pictures of residents on their vacations or of their beloved pets. If you're good at proofreading and are interested in joining us, please fill out a volunteer application form that you can get in the main clubhouse lobby, and we'll put you on our waiting list. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other advisory? Bingo?
Good afternoon, everybody, board members, homeowners. I'm only asked to do this because Karen couldn't be here. First of all, I want to talk about the new machine that we got. As you see the monitors, the screens that are up, our new machine now displays the ball, so you get to see it in advance. We've had good response from everybody, all the players. They've all enjoyed having it. It's actually fun to work. I actually call, so it's an enjoyable machine. And it's been a long time coming. The previous machine we had was old, couldn't get parts for it. And this has been in the reserves for, I think the money for this machine has been in reserves for about 12 years, 15 years. So we finally spent it and got it. The attendance has, I'm sorry, my voice is hoarse, so the attendance, excuse me, the attendance is starting to go back up. When there was, the rules changed, our attendance dropped exponentially. But now, once people are seeing that this is going to work, I know Wendy was talking about issues about seating and everything else, but it's working. It's going to take a while for the new adjustments because people were acclimated into what they had before. So now it's working, and I see that the benefit of what was started by the board to try to contain the access to the room and monitor what comes into the room, it's working. So there's not an issue. The food from CCL is, everything's going well with that. I think that we're selling a lot more food. The menu's a lot better in sense of cost and what's provided. So you don't have just the buffet. Now you have an option of getting different things. And again, this year we have given out $9,000 to different charities in our community. So that deserves a round of applause because, you know, all the money that we earn coming in and the money that goes into our account goes back out. So all these different entities get a benefit of us and our volunteers. So I have nothing more to add other than come and see bingo. Look, come and try it out again. See, some people stopped coming, some are coming back, but come and see how it's going, and you'll enjoy it, and you'll be able to see the monitors with the balls, and you know, what can I tell you? It's a fun night, and thank you, and I appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you. Confirming you are dark in December? Okay, yeah, you are dark in December. Any other committee members? Mike?
Good afternoon, Master Board, FSR, and Song Lakes residents. My name is Michael Voles. I'm chairman of the Safety Advisory Committee. I don't have a formal report today, but best wishes for the holidays and a couple of reminders. First, as deliveries increase during the holidays, we encourage you to be alert regarding package security. Please utilize delivery tracking notifications, retrieve packages promptly when they're delivered, and report any suspicious activity to security promptly. When driving, stop at stop signs, please. Be aware of speed limits here in Sun Lakes. 25 miles per hour is the speed limit on only two streets, Country Club Drive and Glen Eagles Drive. 20 miles per hour on all the other streets, and then 15 miles per hour in the sub-associations. Slow down and smell the roses, as they say. When walking your pets, please keep them on a leash for their safety as well as others. Try to utilize our new dog park as much as possible and pick up after your dogs. Thank you. Keep your garage doors closed during the day and always after dark. It seems there is always an uptick in thefts this time of year. I'll give a compliment to Mike Romero and his staff. A couple weeks ago, I left my garage door open. And I got a call at 2 o'clock in the morning saying, "Sir, your door's open." So I got up and went and closed it. So I was thankful for that. And finally, if you see something, say something. Securitas is here to help us keep order in our community, and their officers will respond quickly if you see something or need assistance. So God bless and happy holidays to everybody.
Thank you, Mike. Any other committee members? Is she going out? No. Okay. Chris, the consent agenda?
Thank you, Mr. President. Members, on the consent agenda for the board to approve, I'm just going to detail what the items are and then what the specific under the lien resolution. So first, on the consent agenda, we have the approval of the October 22nd, 2025 open session meetings. We have a resolution to record liens, and I'll read those in 1 minute. We have the financial statement packet for the month of October to receive and file. That is on the website and was emailed to the board. It was not available at the time of issuing this agenda. Resignation from the Delegate Assembly. The board has received and staff has received notification the resignation of the District 9 Delegate Linda Vieira and the District 9 alternate Delegate Denny Rugenstein. We also asked the board accept the resignation of a committee member, the resignation of EPAP Executive Committee member Brian O'Grady. And on the back to item B, which is the lien resolution, I'm going to read those accounts that with the approval of the board will have liens placed on their account for delinquent assessments. The following accounts are listed as 0316-01, 0337-01, 0388-04, 0546-01, 0980-02, 1137-02, 1193-02, 1453-01, 1809-01, 1875-01, 2959-03, 2977-01, and finally 3125-01. Those are the items, Mr. President, that are on the consent agenda for the board to approve.
May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I move we accept the items in the consent agenda.
Second, please.
I second that.
All in favor? Aye.
You're so
Chris, we have association business appointments to the district delegate.
Yes, sir. I'll read these. So on item A of your agenda, we have appointment of, to District 9, Mimi Stapleton, term effective date 1/1/2026 to 4/9/2026. This board, it's an action item for the board to approve.
We have a motion to approve.
I move we approve Mimi Stapleton as the
I second that.
District
Delegate for
District
9.
All in favor?
Is there any comments? Sorry, Mr. President, if we just have any member comments, it's an action item.
Any comments from the board?
No.
Or
Is
from
she
the
here?
community?
No.
Could you wait? No? Okay.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Our next action item is item B, appointments committee members. Management and the board have received from Chairperson Mike Callahan a request for the board to approve the following members to the GAC. The terms will begin January 1st, 2026 and conclude December 31st, 2026. The following members' names are Jennifer Gould, Legs Representative, Donna Sheen, Lady Niners Representative, John T. Jones, SMGG Representative, and Michelle Clark at large. That is, we also have several other committees. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Library Advisory Committee. Chairperson John Hasha has requested the board approve the following members to the Library Advisory Committee. Terms January 1st, and these are January 1st, 2026 through December 31st, 2027. Denise Winfield, Teresa Rusk, and Diane Stiegel. For the Lifestyles Advisory Committee, Chairperson Marty Peck has requested the board approve the following members with terms beginning January 1st, 2026 and concluding December 31st, 2027. Those members are Shirley Anderson, Donna Henning, Linda Vieira, and Sharon Centers. We also have, for the Safety Advisory Committee, Chairperson Mike Voles has requested the following members be appointed with terms beginning January 1st, 2026 and concluding December 31st, 2027. The following names are David Amar, Janice McFarland, Charles Massey, Michael Smith, Mike Voles, of course, and Lila Wolden. Those are, for agenda item B, the committee appointments for the board's approval.
I make a motion, we approve the advisory committee members for golf advisory, library, lifestyles, and safety committees.
Wow, you remembered all that? That's pretty good.
Good.
Can I get a second? Sandra seconds. All in favor? Aye.
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 Okay, item C. Good job, Bob. Charity request. Management and the board has received a charitable trust, a request from the Charitable Trust Chairperson, Beverly Simmons, submitted for the board's consideration, a space request for Charity Week 2026 and satellite events. Attached is a letter to the board packet for the board to review. The board, in addition, they would like, so for Charity Week, June 8th to June 14th, 2026 to be approved. And thank you, Tammy. Oh, we have an updated one. Thank you. Okay, so what they're asking for the board to approve is June 8th through, again, June 14th, the Charity Week theme Westward Ho. That would be the 5K run, resident chili cook-off, pancake breakfast, raffle drawing, helicopter ball drop, can never forget those, monster scramble, as well as Western Activities Day, pickleball, tribute band, shootout on Saturday, music on the veranda on Saturday, the Pro-Am on Sunday, and lunch and awards in the ballroom. As well as, in addition, they would request permission from the board to place a banner at gates 1 and 2 throughout the month of May promoting Charity Week 2026. That is the item on for board approval.
I make a motion, we approve the banner request for gates 1 and 2, and that we approve the Chairperson Beverly Simmons' request from June 8th through June 14th. And she's here and can indicate that she's going to be in charge and make sure we make a lot of money on Charity Week. Thank you, Beverly.
You're not going to read every day and what we're doing? You don't know that by, okay. Can I get a second, please?
I second.
Any comments? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, next agenda item. Thank you. There's a clap in the back. That must be the Chairperson, Beverly Simmons. Okay, next we have a committee request. No, I'm going to do it first, and then you come up. We're doing, ladies and gentlemen, just a little bit different. We had this discussion. Something I'm used to, and it's a little formality, is on these action items that I'm going to be reading. That's why I'm reading them. But also the sponsors. Next time we'll get Beverly to get back up here. But a change is that we're going to have the sponsors of a committee request or a charity request, et cetera, come up to the board to add that to the podium to add information. That way we have a clear communication from the committee or the entity requesting it rather than playing telephone and getting it to the board. So with that said, we have on item D, a Safety Advisory Committee recommendation for the board to review. The following are: the Safety Advisory Committee voted unanimously to recommend the installation of a speed hump on Birdie Drive between Fairway Oaks Avenue and Cog Hill Road near the mailbox stand. The exact location to be determined by Mark Schleiden due to the pavement overlays that will be happening. The Safety Advisory Committee voted unanimously to recommend the installation of 2 handicap parking spots near the main clubhouse and the Pop tennis courts. These are the closest spots available to the sand wedge. This will allow better and closer access to the sand wedge for handicapped residents. In addition, we recommend the installation of 1 additional handicap parking space adjacent to the existing handicap space on the north side parking lot near the new dog park. And so with that, if we can have the chairperson just come up, if there's anything I missed to add before the board makes a motion to take action, please.
No, you didn't miss anything, but just a little background on the request for the speed hump on Birdie. Received a lot of emails and calls from residents up in that area near Fairway Oaks and Birdie, talking about speeding situations there. A couple of months ago, we had recommended stop signs at that intersection, but Sandra, in her wisdom, suggested that we maybe get more information and have an engineer look at it. Well, we did. We found an engineer. He's a resident, and he's now on the committee. So went up with, his name is Mostafa Jamshidi. He has 40 years of experience working for a Department of Transportation in the city of, in the state of Nebraska. He said, we don't need stop signs there. He says, what you need is a speed hump in that location near the mailboxes up there between Cog Hill and Fairway Oaks. And he says the reason is there's an obstruction if you're turning left from Cog Hill onto Birdie, especially if there's a car in a particular driveway there. That will slow down people coming from that westerly direction. So that was the background on the recommendation for the speed hump on Birdie. And the handicapped parking spaces, that's pretty self-explanatory. So.
And we looked at that as well.
Yeah, right. Anyway, I appreciate, hope you guys can approve it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mike. Any other comments? Can I get a motion, please, to accept this and approve it?
I move that we approve the 3 recommendations of the Safety Committee as submitted.
Second, please.
I second that.
All in favor?
Member comments?
I'm sorry.
Aye.
Any comments?
Any other
Sorry,
comments?
if there are any member
Sorry,
comments?
Thank you, Chris.
Hearing none, proceed, board.
What was that, Chris? I'm sorry?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sorry, Sandra, I got to remember to talk into the mic. You got me. Okay, next we have on the agenda item E, golf calendar for 2026. As is the normal process, every year we come to the board as staff to ask for certain calendars to be approved. That way, again, that the board approves it. Members then know what is happening on either the golf or recreation. And in turn, if there's any deviations from that, meaning if there's any additional requests, those will have to come to the board individually. So with that, board, you have attached via Director of Golf David Goldstein. He has prepared the 2026 golf calendar for the board to review and approve, please.
We have a motion, please.
I recommend we approve the golf calendar for 2026 as submitted by the Director of Golf, David Goldstein.
Second, please.
I second.
Any comments?
Where is this calendar posted?
So this will be posted online. It is also, I believe, in the pro shops that they will have that, but it will be online for the members to see.
And then is this also sorry, not a golfer, when you schedule tee times, like if there's events that are blocked out,
It's
then that's
tournament,
all?
yeah, tournament blocks. for
The
tournaments.
tournament's out blocked, so this is all represented in
Yes.
that and gets
Yeah.
loaded?
Yes.
Or any changes to then get approved?
Yes, so if there's any changes, if somebody were to come in, a group, and requesting a new golf tournament that isn't already pre-approved, in essence, you're pre-approving 2026 calendar of events with this action. If there's anyone that comes in during the year, maybe the school, Banning High School says we'd like to have a tournament, they will have to come individually because they're not already on this pre-approved list.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you. Thanks, Chris.
Anything else? All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, board. Item F, recreation calendar. Similar to the golf calendar, Recreation Manager Linda Vang has prepared the 2026 recreation calendar of events for the community for the board to review and approve, please.
May I have a motion to approve the recreation calendar?
You're making the motion? I'll second it.
I'll make a motion to approve the recreation calendar.
Thank you. No, I asked for it. I've got a comment. Although this may or may not be related to the recreation calendar, Chris, I did speak with Linda in regards to April when the rest is filled in for all the groups.
When what now?
Where all the groups have to wait in line all night long in the cold with no bathrooms. And I asked her to get with you to see if there's a way to not do that moving forward. Although we've done it forever, doesn't mean it's right.
Correct.
And I'm hoping that we can work on that process.
There are ways to do electronically where you do a lottery system. You put in, and it's a lottery system that is done. We can work on that, Mr. President.
Thank you, sir. All in favor of the recreation calendar?
Well, wait. It seemed a little light to me for recreation events. Chris, is this I don't feel like I don't have a perspective compared to prior years. I know a lot of the clubs had events, but like the Friendship Club, I think, is done and doesn't schedule events. So does that leave room perhaps for more recreation type of concerts or events?
It could. So what these are doing, again, you're pre-approving this calendar for events that we have on our record. Now they're with opportunities of dates and availability. Another group can come in and that may require the board to approve that. But this is the list that was submitted by Linda at this time.
Okay.
Yeah, it will fill up as the year goes on,
Yeah,
and
okay.
this is just a set one.
And I know we will work with CCL on events in this room because they've requested that there's some time that they can have events as well.
Okay.
Any other comments, questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you, Board. Item G, and again, we didn't have enough time to start this new process, so I don't have a representative for the submittal on this, but the group manager received a request from the billiards group to replace the strapped chairs currently in the room as they are wearing and have become uncomfortable. The group is requesting to replace the 8 existing chairs with 4 of the legacy spectator chairs and 4 bar height stools to accommodate areas with limited space. The estimated cost of the 4 spectator chairs will not exceed $2,000, and the 4 stools will not exceed $500 for a total replacement cost of $2,500. These chairs are expected to have a longer lifespan and can be repaired or reupholstered as needed. The group has provided a letter detailing the chair types and the associated cost for the board to review. If approved, this purchase would be funded from the Repair and Replacement Fund.
May I have a motion to approve this?
I make a motion, we approve the request from the billiards group for the strap chairs.
A second, please.
I second.
Okay, let's talk about this.
Okay.
Go ahead. You want me to go first?
Sure.
So Bob and I spent some time yesterday in the billiard room and spoke with all the members that were in there. And the chairs in question are leather strap chairs that are woven and they're stretched. So you sink when you sit in it, and they can't get in and out of the chair, so it's very uncomfortable. And they're old.
Cuts off the circulation.
Yeah, they're old. Your feet can't touch the ground and so forth. Do you have any comments?
Yes, I think it's a reasonable request. You know, we looked at it closely and interviewed the people there, and Joe and I both felt it was appropriate use of our funds.
I just had a question, Chris. I don't know if you have access or if you had looked up. Is this a line item on the reserve study for 2025 or 2026?
It's not for this year, no.
Okay, or even next year?
It's not
I don't
for
think it's on for
next year either.
Okay. I mean, it's not a lot of money. I just was wondering.
No,
if
it's
line
not. We
item.
checked into it. It's not.
Yeah. Okay. So it's a little bit variance.
It's a repair. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, can I call for the vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Last agenda item, sorry, I was writing down Sandra's comments. Because we'll have to take a look at that for the next reserve study, so I was just writing that note. Item H, special election, appointment of inspectors of election and election date. Now, at the time of writing this board agenda item, we only had the notice that the delegates were going to have a vote on whether to call a special meeting of the members of the association for the purpose of recalling individual board members or individual board members or directors under bylaws Article 5.5. Now that we do, being Wednesday, that meeting did occur on Monday, and there was a majority vote to proceed with that election. So under the Civil Code, there's several things, and under Corporations Code. Specifically under this item, Corporations Code 7511A and 7510E apply to this section, in which the board has a responsibility to then set the election date and the inspectors of election. The election date would be February 25th, 9 a.m. in this room, and appointing the company inspectors of election to conduct this special election. That is what is on the agenda, or that is what is the item for the board to approve.
May I have a motion to approve the date of February 25th, 9 a.m. for the special election?
I make a motion to approve the date of February 25th for a special election.
I'll second it. Comments? Comments from the board or from the community? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, at this time, we've completed action items. We now have miscellaneous board updates, if there are any. I'm sorry, what was the vote on that? The
4-0.
4-0, thank you.
Could have been 5, but Gary's not here.
Yeah. So if there are any board member updates, and if not, then the board can proceed to board member comments.
Okay, I don't have any updates. Do you have any updates on anything? Do you want to, or you just want to go first on your closing?
Oh.
It's up to you. Go ahead, Sandra.
Yeah, I wanted to respond to a couple of things. Someone asked who writes the article for the Lifestyles magazine. And I'll take a chance and admit that I am the person who initially drafts that because I love writing. I had hoped in retirement I have a couple of book ideas. So, and it's always easier to edit something someone else has written than start with a blank page. But please understand it is circulated ahead to all the board members, and I do receive feedback from them. I got significant feedback on my initial December draft, so it was very much altered. So although I drafted, it is definitely a message from the board and a message that everyone reads and reviews before it gets sent and finalized. So I just thought it was fine to respond to that. I also wanted to say something else about the RFP process because I know there is some concern about the process. And just wanted to state very briefly, in contrast to a prior effort earlier this year where a request was sent out, and I think it was sent to 3 or 4 companies, and we got 2 responses. We sent this out to 9 companies, we got 8 responses. So the workload to review that has been extensive, but we have quite an opportunity to learn what is possible and what companies are able to do and what their capabilities are. To talk to them, to ask additional questions. We have myriad phone calls and reviews. So there is no fear that, oh no, we've got to ram this through. But a very thoughtful process because no one on this board wants to get us into a situation that is unfavorable to this community. It is very important that we make a good decision and ensure that we move forward with a company that provides the capabilities to meet all of our needs, which are myriad. If you went to the town hall, I tried to talk through all the things that made us unique and the extensive evaluation criteria. So I want you to rest assured regarding the awareness of some of those lessons from previous and the things that make this a little bit different in the diligence that we're working through those. And I look forward to opportunities in the future to share more about some of the conclusions that we're beginning to draw and compare in the different companies, and what our opportunities are. So thank you. Other than that, I wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Enjoying that with friends and family, even if it's not on Thursday, and remember to wear your stretchy pants.
Thank you, Sandra. I want to thank my fellow board members appointing me as board treasurer. Thank you for your confidence. My background is I have 35 years of accounting management experience in 2 large corporations. Here in Sun Lakes, for 6 years, I have been on the finance committee and 2 years as the chairman. So with the support of the finance committee as chair, I will review and analyze our financials and report to the master board, the management team, and residents. And in case any of you are qualified, we hope, there's a lot of people that have accounting backgrounds, is that the finance committee is looking for new members. And we have the capability of taking on anywhere from 3 to 6 more, and we could use your help. And thank you for attending our meeting today.
Bob?
It's difficult times that we're in right now, you know, with the community and the board and the management company and the district delegates. You know, we had a town hall last Monday, the 10th, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You know, many of you were there. Many other people were there too. It was a packed house. And my take on the town hall was to slow down. Don't rush. Don't make a decision. Get more input, more thorough investigation before a decision is made. Well, apparently that advice was not followed. On Monday, I'm not sure what time, I would believe in the morning, a decision has been made by the majority of the board to move on to a new management company. Now, nothing was signed. It was just to begin negotiating with a new management company. So I'm just sad to report that out. And I would like to state that everybody have happy holidays, good Thanksgiving, and we will see you next year.
Thank you, Bob. I'm wishing everybody a warm and safe and happy holidays. We won't see you in December, so we won't see you until January. To Tammy Morgan, Tammy, thank you for all you've done for Sun Lakes. It'll never be the same without you here. So thank you so much. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This meeting's adjourned.